maybe some of you have heard it, some of you have tried it, and some of you have been helped by this product. So what is FirstVitaPlus and who is behind this FirstVitaPlus? No, just a brief history. FirstVitaPlus was established in 2002 and is owned and managed by a husband and wife, Sir Socrates and Ma'am Doy Taktakan Tumpalan. And in 2005, the company launched its first natural health drink, which is the Dalandan. So yun po yung pinaka-original natin, Dalandan. FirstVitaPlus is now close to 20 years. That's why the company is giving out 20 brand new cars monthly till 2022. So we just had our 19th year anniversary last January 8th, and congratulations to all the winners and the awardees. So Miss Lynn Macanyas won the car raffle, the what's that, Fortuner? Toyota Fortuner, yan. So congratulations to all of you. So now I want to ask you if you're familiar with this picture. Are you or your family or members of your family, your friends are taking these medications? Or are they taking this? Like it's like a mini pharmacy, right? These are synthetic drugs, as we know. Ayan. So synthetic drugs can also result in another disease. This is caused by side effects. Ayan. So if you're taking a lot of synthetic drugs, so sometimes you have to think of the possible side effects, no? But now we have solutions. So you'll find out as we go on with this presentation. Ayan. So why do we get sick? Main cause of sickness is stress. Ayan. This is a big time factor why people get sick. With the global pandemic, number one cause of stress, a lot of people is financial stress. People lost their jobs, people lost their, they don't have money to pay their bills, to pay their rents, to pay mortgage, and sometimes they don't even have food, right, to put on the table for their kids. Some people rely on donations and food stamps. Right now we have another variant of this that is causing this stress. So another factor is traffic, but right now it's not as much as it used to because of the lockdown. Traffic is not as big as it was. But the problem now is families stay home, kids stay home, online class. Parents, mothers are online with the children, right? So the parents are working 48 hours now. Sometimes it becomes chaotic, di po ba? So another factor is technology. So imagine, ako po ito sa baba, yan. And this is MaryAnn struggling with technology. Sometimes I'm lucky if I will finish my presentation without any problem, and I'm hoping it will be no problem. Our work is so stressful, ayan, especially as frontliners and healthcare workers. So after we leave work, another stress for us because we don't even know if we're going to bring home the virus to our family. And during this, it's still flu season. Actually, it's still raining here in the US, no? In our area, we see an increase on COVID cases. Sometimes we don't have any rooms for our hospital beds. We're running out of hospital beds right now. So, yan. So all I mentioned earlier can boil down to marital and family stress. So, how does stress affects our body? When our body is stress, our brain loses function, or loses not function but focus. We are having difficulty concentrating. We are very anxious. We feel depressed Di po ba? We become more irritable, especially if we don't have money, right? Our mood changes. Our heart is so also affected. Our blood pressure goes up. We're experiencing joint pains, muscle aches, swelling, and we experience tension, headaches, ayan, muscle aches. Sometimes people will say, oh, I'm losing hair. So sometimes that's because of stress too. Teenagers, have some pimple, acne, popping up from in their face, or, they have dry skin. Some people experience diarrhea. Some people experience hormonal imbalance. Like women, they have irregular menstrual period, and with this, our immune system gets messed up. We have low immune defenses, so there is increased risk in becoming ill. So there is our recovery time is longer. So another factor of sickness is unhealthy diet. So we love food. We love to eat food like this. Tayo mga Pilipino po especially, and junk food, mga steaks, bacon. So steaks here in the US po is like big slices. Maybe 2 to 3 people can in one serving, pwede na, no? So it's good, but sometimes it's not too much of it is not also healthy. So unhealthy lifestyle, ayan, is also another factor why people get sick. Smoking, alcohol, eating junk foods. No, it's junk because that's why they call it basura. Junk, its meaning is basura or trash, di po ba? And yet we love to eat them. Another factor is pollution. So when I came, I thought when I came here in the US, I'm gonna the air I will be breathing is clean, but po hindi, it's not really what I thought. There was a manufacturing company next to my work that has exhausting fumes out in the air that obviously I inhale every day. So, just recently, I think late of last year, we had some wildfires here in California and part of Oregon and Washington. So imagine how toxic our environment. And also the water is treated with chlorine. The vegetables are treated with pesticides. And when we buy fruits and vegetables, what we are looking for are the clean, di ba? No bite from insects. That's why they say that worms insects are smarter than us humans, because worms are trying to avoid the pesticides. But that's what we want. Yung talagang malinis. Sometimes we even inspect in and out of the vegetables, right? So So now, according to World Health Organization and National Health Cancer Institute, there are 3 top leading diseases: the heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. Since heart disease is the top leading disease today, I will talk a little bit about it and about the circulatory system, the cardiovascular system. So you will learn a little bit how blood flows in your body. We know that the heart is the target of Cupido during Valentine's Day, which is next month na po yan. But do you know how the heart looks like inside? So to better understand our body, let's learn the basics muna po, So let's learn the basics of the heart. And so before I talk about the circulatory system, what is disease? Ayan, disease is an illness or sickness with specific, well-defined symptoms that affects a person. An example of this is cancer. Our body is composed of cells. It's composed of tissues and organs. Now, if we don't have proper nutrients and we are surrounded by all the free radicals, such as the virus, example, the COVID, the germs, the bacteria, the fungus that is around us, and the factors that I mentioned earlier, and that could damage our cells, our tissues, and eventually our organs, then it could damage our whole system, meaning our whole body, and the disease comes in, right? So now let's talk about the the heart or the circulatory system. So you might ask me, what is that, MaryAnn? What is that? So this is basically what is inside of you, in your chest, no? Your heart. On the left is your heart, and that's the circulatory system is made up of blood vessels that carry blood away from and towards the heart. So it carries oxygen, it carries nutrients, it carries hormones to your cells, and removal of waste products like carbon dioxide. So look at the picture on the right. So there are 3 types of blood vessels. The arteries, yan yung the red, are the blood vessels that carry oxygen-rich blood from your heart to the rest of your body, and their small branches are called the arterioles, no? The veins, the blue ones, return oxygen for blood back to your heart, and the very small branches that collects the blood from the various organs and parts are called the venules. And when they unite to form veins, which returns the blood to the heart. So these capillaries, are small veins, no? These are small veins, thin-walled vessels that connect the arterioles and the venules. So it is through these capillaries that the nutrients and the waste are exchanged between the blood and body tissues. Okay, so malinaw po. So blood without oxygen returns through the veins, the blue, to the right side of your heart. From there, it is pumped to your lungs so that you can breathe out the carbon dioxide and breathe in more oxygen. Okay? Exposure to carbon dioxide can produce a variety of health issues. So from there, the blood flows through the right and left pulmonary artery. Yan po, if you see those the veins po yan. Pulmonary arteries into the lungs. In the lungs, there is an oxygen is put into the blood and carbon dioxide is taken out of the blood during the process of breathing. Ayan, so after the blood gets oxygen in the lungs, it is after the blood gets oxygen in the lungs, it is we call that oxygen-rich blood na. So okay na yon, no? So briefly, let me talk about the heart. One kind of heart ailment, kasi po we have a lot of heart problems, but let me start with this one, coronary heart disease. So what is coronary heart disease? Coronary heart disease is usually caused by build-up of fatty deposits or yung cholesterol build-up on the walls of the arteries. Ayan, if you see the black arteries, the yellow, that's cholesterol build-up on the walls of the arteries around the heart. That build-up of cholesterol makes arteries narrower, so it becomes narrow, no? Restricting blood flow to the heart muscles. Remember earlier I mentioned that blood carries oxygen to the body. Now, if there is inadequate supply of blood and oxygen to a portion of the myocardium or the muscle layer of the heart, that portion becomes ischemic. That can cause coronary disease or ischemic heart disease. So if a coronary artery becomes completely blocked and left untreated, it becomes the lack of blood and oxygen can lead to a serious damage, and that can lead to serious condition that sometimes is fatal, including heart attack. Now you know how important to know the basics, right? Now, what are the signs and symptoms to watch for ischemic heart disease? Usually, a person complains of chest discomfort. That sometimes it is radiating to the left back, left arm. Sometimes it's on your neck, on your jaw. They have trouble breathing, sometimes with or without chest discomfort. They feel lightheaded, or they have a breaking into cold sweats. Yung sweating talaga. They have feeling of discomforts in their chest. Sometimes they feel nauseated. They feel they want to throw up. So situations like this should not be ignored. Okay, so you need to seek medical attention right away. Okay, so another health issues that I want to talk about today is, the heart. So, what is the heart? So, the heart is the organ that carries oxygen to the body. Now, if there is inadequate supply of blood and oxygen to a portion of the myocardium or the muscle layer of the heart, that portion becomes ischemic. That can cause coronary disease or ischemic heart disease. So if a coronary artery becomes completely blocked and left untreated, it becomes the lack of blood and oxygen can lead to a serious damage, including heart attack. Now you know how important to know the basics, right? Now, what are the signs and symptoms to watch for ischemic heart you probably, you already know this, because it is, I see, as the leading cause of death. There's a lot of death now, because of it's a pandemic. So you probably know what I'm talking about. It's the COVID-19 caused by virus, and this virus affects different people in different ways. So infected people have a wide range of symptoms reported, from mild symptoms to severe illness. The coronaviruses are large families of virus that are actually common throughout the world. Okay, and they can cause respiratory illness in people and sometimes in animals too. No, so we have different kinds of viruses. We have the SARS, or we call that severe acute respiratory syndrome, or we have the one that we had a few years ago. We have the MERS. We have we call it Middle East Respiratory Syndrome. It's also caused by coronavirus. So the virus is already around, no? So we know that the spread of virus is mainly from person to person through respiratory droplets, no? You see in our slides that it is produced when an infected person cough or sneeze. Then these droplets can land in someone's mouth or someone's nose of a person who are nearby, or can possibly be inhaled into their lungs. No, that's why the spread is more likely when people are close in contact with another. That's why we always have this social distancing within about 6 feet. It may be possible that a person can get COVID by touching a surface or object that has the virus on it, and then you touch it, and then you're touching your mouth, your nose, or possibly your eyes. So those those are mode of entrance, mode of entry. In our slides, you can see how fast the virus can spread. The risk of infection if we don't follow proper precautionary measures. That's why COVID carriers, not only all of us, should be wearing protections, masks, and if we have those face shields, so we have to wear those protections. What are the symptoms of COVID-19? Symptoms appear about 2 to 14 days after exposure to the virus. People with these symptoms may have fever or chills, cough, usually dry cough. They complain of dry cough, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing. They complain of fatigue, muscle and body aches, headache, and loss of taste, loss of appetite. They lose weight too because they don't have a sense. They lose appetite. Sometimes they also feel nauseated or vomiting, but there are cases that the only symptoms that they have is diarrhea. So it's too far, diarrhea and then respiratory problem, COVID, diba? So it affects people in different ways talaga. Symptoms shows in different ways. So how can we prevent the spread of COVID-19? As much as possible, it is safer to stay home. Leave home only for essential work or necessities. Stay home when you're sick and keep sick children at home from school. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Wash your hands with soap and water frequently. Wash with soap and warm water for 20 seconds. Hindi yung you just wash and then after that you dry your hands. No, it has to be at least 20 seconds. At 20 seconds or more, the better. If soap and water aren't available, use alcohol-based hand rub. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, mouth with unwashed hands. So cover your nose and mouth with unwashed hands. No, when you cough or when you sneeze, cover your mouth with tissue and throw it right away. And wash your hands. If you don't have tissue, cover or sneeze into your upper sleeves or your elbow like this. And not your hands. Clean and disinfect. Frequently touch surfaces, objects like the doorknobs. Ayan. Touch your table. Especially your cell phones. Cell phones talaga po. So your laptop. If you're always working on your laptop. So work remotely whenever possible. You have to practice, we have to practice, including me, we have to practice social distancing at least 6 feet and always wear face mask and face covering when in public. Ayan. So, very important po talaga ngayon. No? So, when a person is diagnosed with disease such as heart disease, diabetes, they take medications. Example, a diabetic person may take 3 to 4 medications plus injections, and then he has high cholesterol, another 1 to 2 medications. Then if he has high blood pressure, he may also take diuretic or pill and sometimes another medications for high blood pressure. So what if this person has cancer? Another medication, which is chemotherapy or radiation therapy. So according to Dr. William Osler, the person who takes medicine must recover twice. Once from the disease and once from the medicine. So this is what I was talking about earlier, the side effects. So what should we do? We need to protect ourselves, right? We need to protect ourselves now, not tomorrow, not today, not the next day, but now. Okay, so how? MaryAnn, you might be asking me how. So we need to eat right. Fruits and vegetables. Yan. We are literally what we are. Every cells in our body that makes up the organs create hormones and enzymes that makes us function. And that makes us, these are created by the nutrients we take in through the food we eat. So if this is being compromised due to poor diet or poor digestion, the side effects could affect our body. According to Hippocrates, let your food be your medicine, and your medicine be your food. Napakaganda po, right? It's magandang ano. But how? Let's look at the food guide pyramid. In this slide, according to World Health Organization, eating right is taking 5 to 6 servings of fruits and vegetables. 100 kilos per year, 8 to 10 kilos per month. And but nowadays, it's different. We have the inverted food pyramid. What do I mean by that? If you serve your child with fruits and vegetables and a plate of French fries and burger, which do you think he or she will choose? Palagay niyo po, what do you think? Pretty sure they will choose the French fries, right? So, but who buys the food for our children? It's us parents. Mommy, tayo po. So, we are the ones feeding our children. So now, we need to watch what we give them. No? Now, in spite of modern technology and medical inventions, in spite of increasing number of medical professionals, the number of diseases keeps growing and growing. That's why FirstVitaPlus was produced. How many of you heard about this? Diba? I asked you earlier if maybe some have taken this and have been helped. So, what is FirstVitaPlus? Over 10 years of medical research. So, inaral yan by Filipino team of experts, scientists, doctors, nutritionists. They came up with a unique product. It is combined with 5 power herbs with complete pack of fruits and vegetables, complete pack of vitamins, minerals, micronutrients, phytochemicals, antioxidants. So we have the moringa, we have the chili pepper, we have the jute leaves, we have local spinach, and sweet potato. According to research, these vegetables have been proven to have exceptionally high nutritional values. You know why? These are unique, and also these are uniquely Filipino vegetables and produced by Filipinos from beginning to end. What do I mean by that? They were planted by Filipino farmers, processed and manufactured by Filipino company. It has flavored of Filipino, like the dalandan, no? So, and other variants, we have other variants. So our product is really 100 Pinoy that we have to be proud of, right? So let's start with, sorry. So we don't have, right now we don't have to cook each time we eat vegetables. And if our children don't want to eat fresh vegetables, they can just now drink our vegetables. So I will show you the different kinds of vegetables. No, malunggay malunggay or moringa is well known for its miracle. It's known as the miracle tree because it helps prevent over 300 diseases. It boosts our immune system. It aids in detoxification, cleansing. It also aids in diuretic, meaning it helps increase urination. So you're getting rid of your toxins from your body by this way of urination, no? It has bacterial, antibacterial property. That's why it helps wound healing. Wound heals faster. It has anti-cancer property. It also good for lactating mothers because malunggay increases milk production. It also increases platelet. This is good for dengue in the Philippines. We have a lot of this during the rainy seasons, no? So that's our malunggay. Our chili pepper or the capsicum frutescens helps lower blood sugar and blood pressure. It has natural anesthetic because of its ingredient called capsaicin, which is an anti-rheumatism or arthritis. And also for men, it has aphrodisiac effect. But what I like about this chili pepper is that it has fibrinolytic activity. Meaning it breaks down blood clot, it breaks down cholesterol build-up. So, kumbaga, it cleanses the circulatory system natin, no? And then the next one is the jute leaves or the Corcorus olitoirus. It is very effective for cancer prevention because of its slimy texture. Parang it cleanses our digestive system. No, it has detoxification and it is a very powerful antioxidant. It's good for the skin also, very high in fiber. It is also diuretic. So number 2, diuretic na po yan, no? And the fourth is the Philippine spinach or Amaranthus spinosus. This is the only vegetable that has different names depending on where you live in the Philippines. We call it Aya in Kapampangan. There is a place they call it Kulitis, Kudyapa, Kalunay, or Kalunay, Kudyapa, and Kulitis. Yun. And it is very good expectorant. It also helps with your skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, acne, and other skin problems. It is the opposite of chili pepper. This one has hemostatic effect. It's like it helps stop bleeding, like women with profuse menstrual period. So this is the third diuretic. So tatlo diuretic na gulay natin. So the next one is the Ipomoea batatas, or the sweet potato. It helps regulate our thyroid hormones. It controls human growth, and development. And it is the only vegetable that has iodine. It lowers our blood sugar, our blood pressure, cholesterol, and also it increases platelet count. No, good for dengue. We have different variants: melon, guyabano, pineapple, mangosteen. So let's talk about them one by one. So we have the dalandan, which is rich in vitamin C, antioxidant, also anti-inflammatory. May protect the brain. It reduces the risk for kidney stone. It is also good for chest congestion, indigestion, and it helps with our liver function. Ayan, no? And we have the melon. Is a good source of vitamin A, ascorbic acid. It has phytochemicals, antioxidant, and it is very rich in carotene, a very powerful antioxidant fruit. It maintains mucous membrane, kaya it's very, very high in antioxidants. So for women or for people who have fertility issues, for men, it increases motility and number of sperm cells. And for women, it balances the hormones. So we can offer this for those who have problems with the reproductive system, like infertility, women with irregular menstruation, no menstruation, ovarian cysts, or what we call PCOS, no? Yan. So that's our melon. Our next one is our guyabano, or soursop, or the fruit from the graviola tree. You know, it is a miraculous natural cancer killer. According to research that was done in 1976, guyabano is 10,000 times stronger than the leading commonly used chemotherapy drug. Unlike the chemotherapy, guyabano is guyabano selectively hunts and kills the cancer cells. It does not harm the healthy cells. Kaya it's really very good. It has antibacterial property. It also lowers our blood sugar, and it is very high in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory. No? So the next one is our pineapple. Our pineapple contains enzymes called bromelain that digest food by breaking down the protein. So it is very good anti-inflammatory, anti-clotting, and it's also an anti-cancer, has anti-cancer property, and it also speeds up recovery. Yan, no? So our next is the fruits and veggies. Is a cocktail of 28 fruits and vegetables. So very high in fiber po ito. Antioxidant, low-calorie fruits. It contains xanthones, which is a unique type of plant compound that has anti-aging. Ayan. Kaya if you look at people who are taking FirstVitaPlus, you will see them, they are young looking. So ito po, mukhang 5'6", no? But I'm taking sometimes different variants. So I'm taking I'm trying every variant that we have. It also improves brain health. That's why it is good for people with mental health issues like Alzheimer, dementia, Parkinson's, people with nerve issues, carpal tunnels, people with heart problem, people with cancer, and many more. No? So how do we mix FirstVitaPlus? We can mix FirstVitaPlus 1 sachet in 240 or 250 ml of warm or cold. But for me, preferably warm Just stir thoroughly, and then you can take it before or after meals depending on your preference. Or you can take it also cold if it's in a hot weather. There is no contraindication, and there's no overdose because this is a plant and food. There is no side effect because it's food in different form. It can be taken by anyone with or without illness, no? It is really for everyone talaga po ito. So, because it is fruit and vegetables. So, how does FirstVitaPlus works? Once you take FirstVitaPlus, since it's in liquid form, it is easily absorbed in our system. If it's taken lukewarm and in empty stomach, but you can take it cold as well depending on your preference, just like what I said. If it's hot, cold is refreshing. So once you take the VitaPlus, it goes into your cells, to the tissues, and then it will repair our major organs and eventually our whole body, which is our built-in doctor. FirstVitaPlus is an auto-regulator, meaning it hunts what the body needs. Whatever is in excess, like extra salts, extra sugar, or toxins, FirstVitaPlus helps get rid of that through urination, sweating, pagpapawisan po tayo, or what is commonly called detoxification or cleansing or healing crisis. You're expelling some or the toxins from your body. So, it also FirstVitaPlus also corrects what the body needs, like those who are anemic, no? Like me, my anemia was corrected. I don't have to take those synthetic iron, and then if it also increases red blood cell production. That's why if you're anemic, that can be corrected also. So that's why eat food as your medicine. Otherwise, you will have to eat medicine as your food, right? According to Ayurvedic proverb, when diet is wrong, medicine is of no use. When diet is correct, medicine is of no need. So, FirstVitaPlus has different variants: the melon, the landan, pineapple, fruits and veggies with magusin, and we have different lines. So we have the standard, that's the first few variants I mentioned, and then we also have the gold line. Gold line is 3 times more potent than the original, so no sugar added, just stevia was used as a sweetener, no? And then we have the platinum line, the natural cancer killer. It recaptures lost nutrients due to poor nutrition. It restores strength and vitality, and it rebuilds body resistance against health. No sugar added, low calories. The calorie reading here is based on the sugar content of the fruit only. And then we also have the titanium, most stable form, high concentration of fruits and vegetables, and no sugar. We also use stevia here as sweetener, and it's plant-based. And now we also have the smoothies. We have the bottled glowflies. We have Bye Old Self. The bottled glowflies has L-glutathione, very high on glutathione, and it is very powerful, has a powerful antioxidant, and kaya po whitening. So those who wants to have white complexion, or you can try these bottled glowflies, no? It detoxifies the liver, and it may improve psoriasis, no? It's also good for autoimmune diseases like autism. So if you have children or family member with autism, you can have them try our bottled glowflies. And we also have the Bye Old Self. This one has L-carnitine, which has amino acid natural fat burner. So those who wants to lose weight, you can try the Bye Old Self, no? It has an anti-cancer also, good for the heart and for the brain. And the last one is we have the I Am Forged in Fire, that has that contains coffee, that helps boost our immune level, energy level. It has a coenzyme Q10 that helps generate cell production. And then we have this is new. It was just launched, I think, last July. Titanium Forte, which is designed for COVID. So this product has more vitamin C and zinc. Zinc is it helps stop mutation of the virus. That's why it was really designed for COVID. No, we know vitamin C strengthens our immune system. It aids the formation of collagen for wound healing, and it helps facilitate the absorption of iron. And then with zinc, ayan, it helps strengthen our immune system. Kaya I really recommend for those who have family member that been infected with COVID, I recommend start them with this one. And also we have this 34-in-1 coffee. No, this is also good, healthy coffee. And some people have been asking me, MaryAnn, some of the variants like the gold, why they're so sweet? Because of the stevia. And I always tell them that stevia is plant-based. It tastes sweet, but it has sometimes with bitter licorice like aftertaste. Stevia have about 30 times the sweetening power of sugar. It is actually World Health Organization and US FDA have approved the use of this as is safe, especially for diabetic. So our company is we are BFAD approved in the Philippines, and we have US FDA certification under the FFRM. We call it FFRM, Food Facility Registration Module, and HALAL certified for our Muslim brothers. So more and more doctors, healthcare professionals, and specialists are now using and recommending FirstVitaPlus. We are now have been awarded multiple awards. And one is the Asia Corporate and Sustainability Awards in 2019. Ayan. So we have all those awards, and I know these many more. No? And we are close to 20 years now, and I actually attended the 2016 anniversary, and it's so amazing, really amazing, seeing thousands of people believing in our products. Ayan. So now, let me talk about the wonders of FirstVitaPlus. I have a few. I have Carol De Jesus. He was diagnosed with cancer in 2005, and then she was told that she only have 10 to 15 years to live. And then in 2017, she relapsed and underwent radiation. 2019, she relapsed again and went on chemo. This time, she started taking FirstVitaPlus, no? And she also underwent surgery. They took 21 lymph nodes, and 18 of them were positive for cancer. So she continued taking it, and then she also has full-blown psoriasis. And after taking FirstVitaPlus, her skin started clearing up. Her psoriasis, now her skin is clear. She also has diabetes. Her A1C dropped from 9.1 to 7. And then she also has kidney problem. She also has heart problem. And then in November of last year, she had good news that she is now cancer-free, November 24. But then the following day, she developed she developed back pain, and she had shortness of breath. So she started. They went to the hospital. They did swab. So they did swab, and November 27. She was tested positive COVID. And I told her just increase her intake of the Dalandan Forte 3 times a day. And she did steam inhalation. Guess what? maybe on the third day, she felt better. Now she is a big C, free, cancer-free, and COVID-free. So she's really very thankful for sharing FirstVitaPlus with her. She said that that has extended her life, no? And then we have Engineer Katabay, a retired engineer turning 78. She has stage 4 prostate cancer after taking FirstVitaPlus. His PCA is a prostate specific antigen, no? From 500, it was 20. It went down to 20 in July. And then we have Beth Trimidal from Nevada. She was diagnosed with COVID, and she recovered after 4 weeks. And here, this one is my brother-in-law, Danny. He was diagnosed of nasopharyngeal cancer in 2016. And during his chemo and radiation, I told him, I shared him the FirstVitaPlus Gold back then, and he took it 3 times a day through a peg tube in his tummy. And up to now, knock on wood, he's still cancer-free. His recent PET scan was last year, October. He said he's still cancer-free. So he's still taking VitaPlus. Mr. Luterio is diabetic. He was supposed to be amputated, but over his right foot, no? They will cut it off. But because of FirstVitaPlus, his diabetic got blood sugar became normal, and there was no need for surgery. This one is Mr. Aguirre. Mr. Aguirre is from San Diego, a retired Navy, a senior citizen, 78 years old, and now he was diagnosed with COVID. No medication. He just boosted himself with FirstVitaPlus, and now he's COVID-free, and he's been donating plasma to American Red Cross. Miss Lori is a cervical cancer patient. He took FirstVitaPlus. Then after 2 months, she's cancer-free. Ayan. So this is another testimony of psoriasis. So it's really effective, no? Jennifer Garcia had 2 more. She was bedridden. After 3 months of taking FirstVitaPlus, the eye tumor shrank, and she gained her immune system back, no? So you can really tell in her face what happened with her, the tumor. So with this couple, they were trying to have a baby. They tried different methods, intrauterine insemination twice with no success. But when they took FirstVitaPlus, because she has polycystic ovarian syndrome. So after 5 months of taking FirstVitaPlus, she got pregnant. Yan, no? So these are just few of the testimonies that we have, but we have tons of testimonies, no? One goiter that have been helped with our FirstVitaPlus, and this one he has cystic hydroma in his neck. So cystic hydroma is an error in the development of lymph sacs and lymph vessels as the baby develops during pregnancy. So after drinking FirstVitaPlus, now look, he's not visible. You can barely see the hydroma. No, so even children can take it. So now it's your choice whether to do the top or the bottom. It's your choice now. We all have to make our decision. We need to decide which route we want to go. We can go to the junk yard, or to the right in our vegetable garden and be healthy, right? So hope you learned something from this presentation.